Hey everybody. So I have a lot of people messaging me, asking me more about Ascension and 5D. And so I have some notes and I'm going to do my best to explain it a little bit further. I want to say that there is a clear divide that is happening, a division. I believe it's people who are living in fear and people who want to be free. Example, I have to do deep breathing every time I get on the phone with my brother. He calls me like, do you know what I heard on the news? Or it's always something negative. There's the people who are stuck in that 3D reality in fear and negativity, and there are those who are choosing to ascend to a higher level of consciousness, who are more focused on things of joy, peace, gratitude, love, creating and shifting into a new paradigm. The 5D is a new paradigm. We are energetic beings, energy, frequency, and vibration, and so I believe this is human evolution. We are changing, growing, expanding, and evolving, like I said, into a higher level of consciousness. Hi, David. I'm not crazy. I'm awake in a crazy world. Leonardo da Vinci said that, and most people who are considered crazy, after they die, like, then they're finally considered a genius. And they're like, oh yeah, I get what they were saying now. Well, hear me now. Don't wait. Hear me now. Hi, Holly. I want to say that I have a huge vision. My vision is to manifest heaven on earth. Vision is the ability to see things not as they are, but as you want them to be. Okay, so I believe right now it's so important what we're focusing on, because that is what we're going to bring into manifestation. Okay, and so if you are focusing on things of higher frequencies, joy, love, peace, gratitude, okay, things, set your mind on things above. I went straight to the 60. Well, you got to tell me more about that. But yeah, you keep your mind on things above, right? You're going to make this shift. If you've been doing the inner work over the past couple years, you've been working on yourself, healing yourself, I believe the world is shifting. And I'm not the only one that thinks this. People are messaging me constantly, more frequently, now that I'm coming out and speaking out about it, and saying that they feel the same way. They feel this shift happening. And I mean, it's pretty freaking clear when you look around. The world is dividing. Those in fear and those who want to be free. And I don't know about you, but I want to be free. And I believe that I'm breaking free from the 3D matrix and ascending into the fifth dimensional reality. So the thing is, nobody asked the questions like, who am I? What is my purpose? Why am I here? Nobody's questioning anything, as a matter of fact, right? So you are not your identity. You are not your home, your title, your job, etc. That's not who you are. To find your true self is to realize you are pure consciousness. You are pure consciousness, okay? It's the awareness of I am. And my awareness is constantly expanding. I'm like you can ask Raul, he's on here right now, I think. I find myself like looking around like, holy shit, I'm actually here. I am here. What a blessing, what a miracle life is. And we take everything for granted and we're just walking around la-di-da-di-da, like la-di-da-di freaking da, stuck in the system, stuck in lower vibrations, right? So we're all searching for something. And that is because we've been living in illusion of separation. We feel that we're separate from something, we're missing something, but we don't know what it is. It's because we're living in duality and we feel that we are separate from the source that created us. Call it God, universe, whatever you want to call it, right? There is only one, and I believe that it is pure creative energy in its essence, the creator of all things. All things were created through it, for it, by it. Okay, and we're all pieces of it, manifested here on earth to experience life, to grow, to expand, to evolve. All right, so once you begin to awaken, you start to see things through the eyes of source, pure unconditional love. Yeah, December 21st, we're supposed to ground. What's not here? But we have lost touch with God or source and all that we truly are, our true divine spiritual nature. I believe we're being dumbed down, drugged up, and disempowered. And so ascension is a choice right now. Currently, the window for the opportunity is open. Like I said, if you've been doing the inner work, you will make this ascension. You will ground into the 5D. Things are going to start shifting at a rapid pace for you. But if you choose to stay stuck in fear and watching the news and in that reality, I believe we could be coming, we could be coming into this 7-year tribulation where people are going to suffer greatly until they awaken. I think ultimately everybody will awaken, maybe not in this lifetime, but that is the goal, right? It says that the Bible says that God, source, universe, whatever you want to call it again, is patient, not wanting to leave anyone behind, right? And so we all will make it there eventually. It just depends on how fast our souls are evolving. And so I believe, we've been here many lifetimes to experience and to grow, right? So it is your destiny to ascend back to truth and love. It's your destiny to make it back to source. Although many won't, like I said, right now. The soul of the earth has already ascended. Yes, Mother Earth, Gaia, is a living being. And that's not too far-fetched because everything on earth is living. Trees, plants, animals, everything is living. So the soul of Mother Earth has already ascended. And I just want to say as well, I know I put the disclaimer, but I always encourage everybody to do your own research and form your own beliefs. Your beliefs create your reality. They're powerful. Okay? So, as a man believes in his heart, so shall he become. As a man thinketh, so shall he become. Like your beliefs and your thoughts create your reality. Take what resonates and leave the rest. I don't offer this information as absolute truth. This is what I've learned after seeking and searching over, and not just one book. I have been piecing this together, okay, from multiple sources, many different things. I've come to this conclusion. So what is ascension? I believe that essentially the ascension is the rapture. Those who have been doing the work will not be subject to a lot of the things that are going to happen over the next few years. We will ascend energetically into a new vibration and we cannot be touched. We are protected, divinely protected. Okay, so the universe is pure consciousness, creative energy at its source. In the beginning there was God. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was made flesh. We speak things into existence, okay? In the beginning, God created. That's what God does, creates. The universe creates. It's pure creative energy. Thoughts are energy. Thoughts are creations. You think of something, let me write this book, and then you write it, you create it. We are creators with God, the source. Okay? And so you have a choice on what you can create. If you want to stay stuck in 3D and fear and keep creating a fear-based reality, then that's what you will manifest. But now if you keep your mind on things above, joy, love, peace, gratitude, you will begin to manifest those things in your life. All right, so we are light energy, layers of vibration, or dimensions. Everything is energy, frequency, and vibration, light, and information. We live in the lower realm right now. It's comprised of the first, second, and third dimensions. The further we are from source, God, the lower our frequency, and consciousness is mostly in the lower physical realms right now. Obviously, if you look around, most people are stuck in fear because that is what we're being fed. And if you're feeding into that, then, that's the reality you are going to create. And that's what they want us to do. Stay stuck in fear and keep creating that. That's the program. We've been programmed into that system since birth. Since birth. Dumbed down, drugged up, and disempowered. Vaccines, school, indoctrination. We're being programmed in the first 7 years of our lives. You're in theta and delta. All right? Those are very low brainwave states. They're like hypnotic brainwave states. You're almost in a trance. That's why children absorb information like a sponge. Their mind is open. I think that's why the Bible says you have to have the mind of a child to see heaven. You have to have an open mind. Good morning, Susie. You're in another country. You're in Australia, maybe? Because it's like almost 6 p.m. here in Pennsylvania. But good morning to you. And so it depends on what you've been taught. The belief, the platter of beliefs that you've been served and you've consumed and come into agreement with, that's the reality you're creating. Problem is, most of us are given a shit platter of beliefs, limiting beliefs. The beliefs of the system, war, poverty, sickness, those things exist. That's just how the world is. You got to go to school. You got to go to work to get a good job, to make money. No, it's not about money. Work for love. Money will come, right? So we're all here to fulfill a divine purpose and to awaken and ultimately ascend to this higher level of consciousness, knowing and awareness that I am, that I am. You are a piece of the divine. And you have power to create in this reality. So we can choose. If we're creating lower vibrational things, we're stuck in anger, fear, unforgiveness, bitterness, and all the lower vibrations, or if we're going to choose things above. Love, joy, peace, gratitude, right? So when you get out of the mind, oh no, wait, hold on. Some people speculate that in 2012, Gaia actually moved into the 5th dimension. I know it's happening right now. The entire Earth is ascending energetically. This is the first time this has ever happened in history ever, that an entire planet has ascended into a higher dimension. This is quantum physics too, guys. Like, this is not just like a bunch of stuff that I'm talking. Like, it's quantum physics, epigenetics, metaphysics. It's real stuff. So the old world is in the lower densities, lower vibrations of fear, and we're connected through the 4D. And so a lot of us are going through 4D right now, and we're feeling all of these ascension symptoms. Like, you might feel like you're going crazy, or headaches, or you're tired, or irritable, or just all over the place, right? There are many different symptoms that you could be experiencing until you make the massive shift and get through and really ground into the 5D, which is supposed to happen the 21st of this month. So when you get out of the mind and into your heart, our consciousness expands and we begin to experience higher vibrations, right? Most people are stuck in here. It's a war on human consciousness. It's a war on our minds. They control us through our minds. Mind control. Mind control is very, 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 very real. Fluoride was brought from Nazi Germany. They used fluoride in Nazi Germany to make people more submissive and easier to control. They brought all of their mind control techniques here. After the Nuremberg trials, many of the people who committed crimes against humanity, they did a couple years in jail, and they were brought here to work for our pharmaceutical industries, to work for NASA and big corporations here in the US, and along with it, they brought all their brainwashing, mind control techniques, okay? So they control the information. 1% controls like all the information, the news, the medical, everything, the school. It's all owned by the 1%. They control the information. They control our perception. Therefore, they control the reality that we're creating. And that's the system that they want to keep us in, the system that we're currently breaking out of. Okay? We are ascending. We're waking up, ascending to a higher level of knowing, being, awareness, of consciousness, to create a better world. So why are many unaware of the truth? I pretty much said that already, but we're conditioned to perceive reality from a limited perspective. We're thrown into this system. We're dumbed down, drugged up, and disempowered. We're fed our beliefs. This is what reality is, and that's it, right? It's very, very limited. We're taught that things are one way, and through our belief, we give that reality life. We give it our power. We come into agreement with certain things. Thank you, Empyrean. And so, hi, baby. it's what we're taught. Like I said, especially in those first 7 years of life, you're being programmed. And by the time you're 35 years old, 95% of what you do is subconscious programming, okay? And so if you can't change your beliefs and your thoughts, you'll never be able to change your reality. You literally have to reprogram your mind. Be not conformed to the ways of the world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Okay? Your mind is powerful. It creates your reality. So, we give it power. We bring things into physical manifestation through thought, which is energy, just like everything else is. Everything is energy. At E equals MC squared. Right, guys? So everything is energy. Matter is an illusion. It's 99.9999% empty space. And the problem is we're so focused and attached to everything in this world, we believe that's all that exists. But there's so much more. So, so if you continue to have the same thoughts, you're going to stay stuck in the same reality. Thoughts fire and wire receptors in your brain that create neurological pathways that lead to your actions, your daily actions, and your habits that lead to your reality. And so you cannot change your reality without changing your thoughts. Literally, you have to change your thoughts to change your life. So you must shift your beliefs and create a new mind. So how do we experience this new earth? Like I said, get out of your heart, or get out of your head and into your heart. Get out of here. All right? Start feeling the higher vibrations of love. Love is the highest frequency in the universe. God is love. And when you vibrate on the frequency of love, you're one with the source, God, universe, creator, right? Rise above self-imposed victim mindset. Can't stay stuck in the past and think that you're going to create a new future. Okay? You can't stay stuck in the, well, why did this happen to me? Or this happened to me. I don't have this. I don't have that. Poor me. No, you have to rise above right now. You really have to do the inner work, the healing, okay, to make this ascension. And you have to let go. You have to let go of what is no longer serving you. Let go of lower vibrations, especially unforgiveness. That is a big one. Bitterness, all right? Anger. Awaken to your true divine spiritual nature. Let go of fear. So stop watching the news. We need to break free from this paradigm that they have been creating for us. We are shifting into this new paradigm. This is the ascension. Connect with your soul. Unity consciousness, knowing that we're not separate from the source. We're not separate from God. I and the Father are one. There's one source. We're all a piece of it. I'm not saying that I myself am God alone. We are all pieces of God. All right. Together we are the body of Christ. And Christ, I believe, is a level of consciousness within. So it's all internal. The ascension, the rapture, the journey, everything is within, and as within, so without. And so I always say that to each their own path. Ultimately, all paths lead within, and that is where the work must be done. We're so busy looking to everything on the outside world, trying, well, if we had a different president, if I had this, if I had that, you know, wanting everything outside of us to change, but we never look inside of ourselves and to be the change. And that's the problem. We can't change anything outside of ourselves, okay? So it's all within. How do you raise your vibration? So you got to tune into higher frequencies. Gratitude is the quickest way to shift your vibration, okay? If you're feeling negative emotions, you have to be aware, right? You cannot change that of which you are not aware of, but once you are aware, you cannot help but change. Start to become aware of your daily thoughts. You have about 40 to 60,000 thoughts every single day. About 90% of them are repetitive. You have the same thoughts, you create the same reality. So start to become aware of your thoughts and begin to consciously change them, and to don't try to just push them out, but replace them with a new belief, okay, with a new thought. So higher frequencies, love, joy, peace, gratitude, move away from separateness into unity or oneness, okay? Know that you are one with the universe. Check out my YouTube channel, Conspiracy Realist Universe, with a capital Y-O-U in universe, because the universe is inside of all of us, guys, and you and me and everyone, all right? I have tons of videos on there as well, so I'll put a link in the comments. We need to move away from that separateness, flow back to order, ease, and harmony, back to pure unconditional love, which is God, the source. Okay, love is my philosophy. When break free break free from the mind control programming. Like I already said, we've been programmed. Everything is here. Everything is an illusion created from our mind. It's all thoughts, energy, frequency, and vibration. We perceive this world as all light and information that we are taking in and perceiving through our five senses. And how freaking amazing is that, right? That we are living, breathing biological software, taking in millions of bits of information per second that are creating this reality for us. And so, yeah, we have so much power. Someone said to me earlier today or yesterday, well, we can't just like think these things away, but actually we can. If we take our energy away from it, where focus goes, energy flows. If you take your mind off of something, you are removing your power from it, okay? And things can cease to exist collectively as we awaken and step into this new reality. The old paradigm will shatter and cease to exist. So how do we do that? How do we break free from the program? We need to reconnect to our soul and do what makes us happy. It's our job to be happy. Like, we're taught that being happy is selfish, or taking care of yourself is selfish, or all of those things. No, we're meant to thrive in abundance and to feel good and be happy. And the more that we do those things, the more that we are in alignment with the source that created us, and the more that beautiful manifestations will begin to flow into our lives. We want to move out of fear and into faith. That is so important right now. So many people are stuck in fear, and they preach all about, faith, but I see that they really have none. We're living in a very difficult, crazy time, okay? But it's so important to not be in fear right now. We must move towards faith and love, back to truth. The paradigm is shifting. This is the ascension. Okay, so stop giving into the old fear-based behaviors and our conditioned behaviors. We're conditioned to live in fear, to be in survival. So many people are just stuck in survival, just trying to get by, a lot of people have good intentions. They want to take care of their families, and we're all doing the best that we can with what we know where we're at right now, okay? But we must move past those old behaviors and awaken and break free from this system so that we can create the new paradigm, which is heaven on earth. This is the ascension. We are meant and called, our purpose is to awaken and bring heaven to earth. So behaviors will dissolve over time. You got to do the inner work, okay? So you have to reprogram and heal, and it's a process. So be patient with yourself, right? And then basically ascension, you pass through 5 gateways, all right? So first is the awakening, which many are experiencing or beginning to experience right now. Awakening is when you start to hear that inner voice. It's like, hey, something is not quite right, and you begin to question the status quo, all right? The second gateway or dimension of the ascension is realignment. This is when you surrender and align with your divine purpose. I believe that I know what my purpose is. I believe that I'm here to help other people, to guide other people on their own journey of awakening, and to bring in this new paradigm, which is heaven on earth. Right? And so many people feel this shift that is taking place and happening. I'm not the only one, right? So the third gateway is transfiguration, right? And this is the dramatic shift in perception. This is like the massive breakthrough when things really begin to change and better things begin to manifest for you, right? So this is when you go from identification of the personality to being the seer expressed through the soul. You start to really like, wow, I am not just Andrea K. Shive. I am not just a mom. I am not just that. I am something. I am a spiritual being having a human experience, right? And I'm far more powerful than I had realized, right? The fourth would be enlightenment. This is where karma is released, okay? And your soul is fully integrated, and you truly become who you were meant to be, okay? And the fifth and final gateway is resurrection. This is where the 7 chakras are all cleansed, reactivated, and re-energized. All right. And so you awaken, you realign, you transfigure, you become enlightened, and you have the resurrection. This is why I believe the resurrection is within. The second coming of Christ is within. The Bible talks consistently about 7, the 7 lampstands, the 7 scrolls. The number 7 is all over the Bible, and it's no coincidence that we have 7 chakras. They are the 7 energy centers. There stood a man with the 7 lights. Duh, we got 7 chakras that are energy centers in our bodies. All right, you got your crown chakra, you got your pineal gland, you got your throat chakra, your heart chakra. There's one here, sacral, and your root. I think I skipped one, but right. And so the second coming, the resurrection, everything is internal. All right. Everyone, I think, is looking for something outside of them to come back. And I don't believe that that's, I believe it's being misunderstood. It's all internal, guys. So not everyone is ascending. Those stuck in old patterns of behavior, which is most of the planet right now, stuck in fear. But the planet, however, is ascending. All right. So Earth, Mother Gaia, is a living being, and her soul is ascending. And so now, right now, the 3D and the 5D are superimposed over one another. That's why we can experience both of them right now. We see that world of fear, but the important thing is not to get caught up in it. That's the old world. The new world is the 5D that we are ascending to, a world of joy, peace, love, and gratitude, of higher vibrations, okay? Where we're connected to our purpose, where we're connected to source. So we can see the clear divide that is happening. You got those in 3D stuck in fear, and those who are ascending who want to be free. All right, they do not conform. People who are not conforming to the mass, people who are not going to get the vaccine. These are the people who are really ascending, I believe. And that's pretty much it. So yeah, that is Ascension in a nutshell. Awaken, realign, transfigure, enlightenment, resurrection. It's all internal. We are ascending to a higher level of consciousness, of awareness, knowing, and being. This is human evolution. This time has been prophesized and promised. I just think that it's being greatly misunderstood, distorted intentionally to disempower us. Everyone's busy looking for something on the outside to save them, and I believe that we must awaken and be the change. And that's not saying like everyone thinks, like, some people, it's crazy because a lot of people hear and believe a lot of the things I say. Yeah, you know, vaccines are poison and chemtrails and all those things, but then when I question religion, they're like, whoa, hold up. Well, if we're questioning everything, I think we should really, truly be questioning everything. Religion has been distorted as well, I believe. And so, again, take what resonates, leave the rest, do your own research, and form your own beliefs. I believe we are ascending to a higher level of consciousness. There is a shift happening on Earth. And I encourage you to be in the mission, all right, to be the change. I love you all. I hope you got something out of this. Truth, love, and light, and namaste. Bye, guys. Oh, and it's 5:55, angel number. Bye.